Hello, sports fan. This is Steven Hill for JustMyPicks.com, and I'll bring you a very special Week 12 breakdown of the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the defending NFC champion Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe right now so you can get all the video updates from Just My Picks as soon as they come out each and every week, breaking down football games. Now, without any further ado, we're going to hop right into the action. Now, coming into this football game, the Pittsburgh Steelers are finding ways to win football games. They don't care if they're ugly games, cute games, win by 20, win by 1 point, win on final possession games. They've done a little bit of everything this season. And coming into this game also, the Seattle Seahawks are struggling. Even though they got that win last week, you're looking at this defense. It's not the same defense. It's not the Legion of Boom anymore. They're giving up big plays deep. They are, I don't know. It's difficult to call because the Seattle Seahawks 1 week will be dominant. They'll shut down people, and then the next week they'll give up monster plays. You saw that game against the Arizona Cardinals, and I didn't know what kind of defense that was. You're seeing how Carson Palmer was able to carve them up late, and then last week you saw a couple of miskeys there and how that defense faltered a little bit late. But overall, Marshawn Lynch has to get back on the field for this Seahawks team. Flat out, he's the identity for this team. He is the warrior of this offense, and it's not like Marshawn to miss games like this. You're looking at, he possibly has a sports hernia. That's one of the worst injuries you can have as an athlete. You don't really have your balance. You don't really have those explosive plays because it's taking so much out of your chest. It's taking so much out of your waist. It's affecting everything you do as far as breathing, moving, things like that. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks has improved a little bit this season, but his offensive line has not. Giving up Max Unger to the Saints was a bad move in my opinion, because you gave up a all-pro proven offensive lineman for a tight end that doesn't block your system. And Jimmy Graham is not effective in his system because he's not a block first tight end. And you got to keep in mind, yeah, he can catch the ball, but he's dropping passes left and right. He's not connecting like he normally is. And you look at the other side, Big Ben Roethlisberger has come back from 2 almost season-ending injuries, people. And he's still playing his butt off. Ben Roethlisberger could get shot today and still would try to play on Sunday. That's what kind of warrior he is. And you're looking at just exactly how they're getting the job done. Well, D'Angelo Williams didn't show up last week, but you have to keep 2 weeks ago, if you will. But you got to keep in mind, they still have one of the best wide receivers in Antonio Brown, who continues to shatter record after record after record, kick return, pass return, receiving catches, running the football. Whatever he does, getting his hands on the ball, he is going to make a record play. And the last time we saw him go for big yards deep into the game, the football game, and help his team win the football game. So that's going to be another major factor, and I think you're going to see a lot more of that. Mike Tomlin's going to dial up the plays for Antonio Brown. You're going to see Big Ben Roethlisberger get involved with a lot of things in this football game. He's going to get himself in some trouble scrambling and hanging in the pocket because the Seattle Seahawks do still have an impressive front four, but he's going to get the ball to Antonio Brown. I think that Richard Sherman is not going to be able to stop him. This Legion of Boom won't be able to stop him. He's just too quick. They're going to put him left and right all over the field. They're going to move him around so he can get some open plays and get some open catches. They're going to give him the ball in space, possibly some screen plays where he can have some blocking in front of him, and he's going to dip, dodge, and dash all over the Seattle Seahawks. I think that their home field advantage is no longer a home field advantage. I think that when you come into this stadium, you now have a realistic expectation that you could possibly win this football game. And I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to win this football game. Let's face it, folks, this is a win-or-go-home game. If the team that loses this game, your season is basically over. I'm putting my house money on the Pittsburgh Steelers because they have a little easier road to the playoffs via the teams around them that are losing. You give it, the Buffalo Bills are losing. The Jets are losing. You look at how teams that you think they're in contention in the AFC, then they fall flat on their face. And you're like, wait, the Steelers are still there. So you have to keep in mind the Chiefs are coming, the Houston Texans are coming, but I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers still are in the hunt for that AFC wild card spot. And I think that if the Bengals keep losing like they do, I think they're going to be in the hunt for the AFC North spot also. So with the way that they're losing and the record pace that they're going, I think that these teams could either meet up, the Bengals and the Steelers could meet up record-wise, or either the Pittsburgh Steelers could possibly pass them. So I'm putting my money on the Pittsburgh Steelers this weekend for a big matchup. Antonio Brown's going to be heavy in this football game. I think Big Ben's going to have a big game this week, and I'm picking them to win the football game. So are you Steelers fans, Seahawks fans? Leave all your comments comments in the comment section below. Also, check out justmypicks.com for all the breaking news and all the hottest updates in sports. And as always, we want you to share this video in your Facebook group. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you next week as the playoffs get this much closer as we're going towards the NFL playoffs. Thank you so very much for being a loyal fan, and come back and see us next week.